saw my little brother crawling towards the pool, but I didn't stop him. Instead, I went upstairs and just watched, because this was all part of my perfect plan. Watching the little guy get closer and closer, a small smile formed on my lips. But then, at the last second, my aunt suddenly showed up and saved him. My heart just dropped. And what was worse, my uncle found the candy on the ground, and he noticed the door was open. He knew he'd locked that door, so how the hell did the kid get out? So he stared right at me and asked if I had bought any candy. I answered coldly, I never eat candy. But soon after, he noticed a small knife was gone from the drawer. The suspicion fell on me again, but I denied everything. Until the next day, when the knife turned up in my drawer. My uncle didn't want to think I was malicious. But the candy and the knife, it was all the proof he needed. He decided I was a liar, and that there was something wrong with me. So, he decided to send me to a boarding school. On the outside, I smiled and agreed. But on the inside, I fucking hated him. Back in my room, I buried my face in a pillow and let out a muffled scream. But a few minutes later, I was calm, staring at myself in the mirror. The urge to kill slowly rose up inside me. The truth is, I'm what they call a bad seed. That night, while my uncle was cooking, I waited for him to take a phone call, poured a shit ton of oil into the pan, and cranked the gas to the max. The pan burst into flames. I thought I could burn him to death. But of course, he rushed back and put out the fire. I immediately pretended I heard the noise and ran downstairs. I even faked grabbing the fire extinguisher to put out the fire.
I thought you were supposed to be watching it.
I was watching it. I don't know what happened. I left it with Emma.
I had to go to the bathroom. I was gone for 2 seconds. It's not my fault.
Well, then whose fault is it?
Okay, quiet. Please, both of you.
I saw it clearly. The way my uncle looked at me was full of suspicion. I was scared he was on to me. So I went back to my room and practiced my apology over and over in the mirror.
Robert, I wanted to apologize. Uncle Robert, I just wanted to apologize.
With that fake, guilty look on my face, I went to my uncle to confess. I told him the fire was my fault, a careless mistake. I said, because I'm a foster kid. I was terrified of being blamed for messing up, so I lied. Hearing that, he softened up. He hugged me and said he forgave me. But deep down, I gave him a cold, little smile. After calming him down, I left, feeling confident. But after a little while, the garage light went out. Yeah, I did that. And then the car jack slammed down. The car weighed 2 tons. He was pinned, unable to move, struggling helplessly. I started whistling and skipped happily out of the garage. This time, I thought he was dead for sure. To create my alibi, I even went to a classmate's party. He wasn't found until the next night. By the time he got to the hospital, it was too late. My uncle didn't just lose a leg. He was in a deep coma. But when I saw that he was still alive, I felt a wave of disappointment. A few days later, he actually woke up. He struggled desperately, trying to speak. My aunt rushed to give him a pen and paper. With all his strength, my uncle wrote down my name. My aunt froze, but she never even suspected me.